Ngayon ay tatalakayin natin ang patungkol sa amphetamine group. So, ano nga ba ang amphetamine group? Ang amphetamine group, ito ay tumutukoy sa isang klase ng mga gamot o tinatawag nating stimulant drugs na nakakaapekto sa ating central nervous system. So, ang sabi dito, ito ay isang drugs belonging to this category are mostly appetite suppressants and potent stimulants. Ang ibig sabihin, ito ay nakakawala ng ganang kumain at nakakaapekto sa pagtaas ng pag-iisip, pag-uunawa at voluntaryong pagkilos ng katawan ng tao. Kaya, ang mga users ay hindi nakakatulog at nagkakaroon ng mataas na lagnat, resulta ng pagkaka-dehydrate. Kaya sila ay nahahalusinate o karanasan na parang totoo ngunit gawa lamang ng isip. At pagtuyo ng baba at ulceration sa vocal mucosa o ang ibig sabihin ay ang pagkaroon ng mga sugat sa lalamunan o responsable sa paglikha ng boses. Kaya ang mga sugat na ito ay maaaring nagdudulot ng pananakit, pamamalat ng boses, hirap sa pagsalita at minsan ay pagdurugo. Kaya sa sobrang paggamit ng amphetamine drug ay naglalabas ito ng malaking epekto tulad ng convulsion, exhaustion o labis na pagkapagod ng pangangatawan, respiratory paralysis o pagkaroon ng malfunction sa paghinga at maaari pang maging sanhi ng coma. At karamihan sa mga users na gumagamit sa pamamagitan ng pagturok ay nagkakaroon ng sakit ng hepatitis, AIDS at iba pa mga sakit dahil sa paggamit ng unsterile equipment o kagamitang hindi nasala o hindi na disinfect na maaaring magdala ng mga mikrobyo, bakterya at iba pang mga sakit. At ang kabilang sa amphetamine group ay ang mabibili lang sa mga pangkaraniwang tindahan. Ito ay ang brand na solvent na ginagamit sana sa pandikit. Pero ito ay ginagamit nila sa hindi kaya-ayang gawain o addiction para sa kanilang pansariling kasiyahan. So, kapag ang isang tao ay patuloy na gumagamit nito, so ang kanyang katawan ay hindi na nagfa-function ng normal. Kung baga, nawawala sa pag-iisip ang isang tao kung hindi siya nakagagamit nito. Dahil ang kanyang katawan ay nagdedepende na at palaging hinahanap-hanap ang amoy ng solvent. Kumbaga, naging parte na siya sa kanyang normal na pag-function ng kanyang katawan. At kung hindi niya ito matitake, ay nagkakaroon ng malfunction ng kanyang katawan, lalo ng kanyang pag-iisip.
So the next topic is inhalant. Inhalant are chemical found in everyday household product that some people use to get high. They breathe in the fumes through their nose or mouth, which is called sniffing, snorting, or huffing. Because of the high only lasts a few seconds or minutes, some people use inhalant repeatedly to feel high longer. So, sample itong nagra-rugby para ni high di nawara ang mga sigaran suyop. Sige, suyop dira para high mo istilan high na di nawara. So next, some product that people inhale include nail polish removal, flip tip maker, room fragrance, spray paint, paint thinner, hairspray, whipped cream from cans, clean product, keyboard cleaner, lighter. So amo ton paminta to na simut. When inhaled, the chemical go into the lungs and seconds they reach to the brain. How do inhalant affect your brain and body? They can cause dizziness, seeing or hearing things that aren't real, liver and kidney damage or brain damage. So nakaka-damage ng liver, kidney, and brain. So kung high ka na, nagkakara ka ng hallucination na, nakita ka ng diri asya. How can you become addicted to inhalant? This is very common but it can happen. So nakaka-addict ko dito, permintiho nimo. Para sa mga rugby boy, nag-addict nila. Adilay tropa time. Ang mga addict nila. That's all.
Good day everyone. So today I will be discussing a very important topic which assigned to me, which is the morphine group of drugs. So these are the group of opioid substances that often used in legally in medicine and have devastating effect if abused. So these morphine drugs, you can buy this in any pharmacy because it is a pharmaceutical medicine. So there are several well-known opioid drugs such as the heroin. So one of the several well-known opioid drugs that part in the morphine group is the heroin. So heroin, it is an illegal opioid derived from morphine. So it was known for its rapid and intense euphoric effect. So when we say euphoric effect, it is the experience of pleasures of someone, and also it has an intense well-being, happiness, or the pleasure. The next one is the methadone. When we say the methadone naman, it is used in both pain management and as a treatment for opioid addiction. So it can be used as in pain, but also and methadone luwat, it can be used para ma-treat an opioid addiction. But however, it can be abused. It can be used in abusive ways. So and for with the different forms and methadone, which is it can be in a tablet and a syrups, and also it in injection. So and most commonly used form is the oral preparations, which is the tablets and the syrups and methadone. Under the morphine groups is the morphine. So a morphine, it is a potent pain reliever used in medical settings. So kaniya, it is a kind of pain reliever, and usually for severe pain management. So it is a kind of pain reliever. So another is the codeine. So and codeine naman, it is often used in cough syrups and mild pain relievers. So used tiya and pag may ubo as a cough syrup, then gamay lang iya, lower lang iya potential na magka-adakahan addiction, but also it can still lead to dependency, like magdepende ka hitong drugs because there's such a pleasure na imo mag-gain or happiness na imo mag-gain. Then next is the meperidine, another type of painkiller where also it has also a risk for addiction. Then the last is the opium. Opium, it is a natural source of many opioids. So it is being said historically that that certain opium can be medicinal and recreational purposes. So opium, there are such plant that natatawag is the opium poppy. Opium poppy ang tawag ito nga plant, where it is from a natural resources na mag-ada gyaponan tendency na that such person na mag-use ito is mag-adahan addiction because nagdepende ito nga substances, because as to what I've said earlier, you gain gainihan intense well-being, happiness, or a pleasure with that substances. So there are effects of the opioid drugs. So when these drugs are used, so they initially give users a feeling of euphoria. So at what I've said earlier, kanina, and euphoria, it is the experience of pleasure or excitement, then intense well-being, happiness, like you are being happy all the time, bukan sugad. Then also it can cause drowsiness, like nahihilo ka pagkahilo. Then nahihilo ka or feeling sleepy, bukan correct lang mo magkinaturog din. Nausea naman, nausea is like bagan oray ka gana kumaon, you don't have the oray ka gana kumaon, then oray ka gana kumaon pero tas baka ka nasusuka, then turn to vomiting. Ito an effect of the opioid drugs haimulawas. So there are also a risk of overdose when you overdose that certain drugs, which is Ang morphine drug, syempre, it is a legally medicine, but when mag-intake ni may overdose, so there are mga aspect or risk such like mag-adahan shallow or slow breathing, like an imo body, an ability an imo pag-breathe is not properly compromised na because there nag-ada namanhan apekto ha imo an pag overdose ito nga certain drugs. So also may adag yapon the convulsions and coma, so magkada kamuan convulsions and coma where an immune nervous system is being severely bagan not properly functioning well bagan sugad. So pwede ka mag-ada pwede magka-cause unconsciousness sa imo, which is the coma. Then also the worst or the risk of being overdosed sa medicine is death. Syempre, for example, there are cardiac, that you call that the cardiac arrest or cardiac imo heart, so cardiac arrest, so matay ka, sudden death bagan sagad, sudden cardiac arrest because of the overdosing of that such medicine or drugs. Those are the risk of overdosing the certain amount of medicine. So taking an abusive way of this morphine groups of drugs has also an impact on pregnant women and infants. So if a pregnant woman takes that certain medicine, the morphine groups of medicine in abusive way, so it can cause iya and also in infant. So the consequences can be the stillbirth or the premature birth of babies. So an baby is mahimo yung premature if the pregnant woman is taking the morphine groups of drugs in abusive ways. So also the baby can be having withdrawal symptoms like immediately magkadayahan symptoms because of the risk na or the effect na naibutang ha baby, which is pag anak ka iya may na mag-ada dayon ng symptoms na that certain baby mag-ada dayon ng sakit, which can be life-threatening. Like for example, the baby can be like diri maborn normally may diya mga defect because of the improper way of the proper usage of that certain morphine drugs by the mother, the pregnant woman who carries that baby. So in conclusion, so while the drugs and the morphine groups, syempre, it is very important as a medical uses. So may talaga potentials na maabuso hera, then we cannot deny that fact na when someone is used it in abusive way, syempre it can cause problem with the physical and mental, even though in a social consequences, like when someone is being dependent in that certain substances, so masira niya physical, like iya body, there are some defect iya body, then iya mental health, like he or she cannot think properly because nagdepende ito nga substance, then nag-use ito niya nga substance in an abusive ways, and also in a social consequences like an emo social interaction with everyone or in your community is bagan diri niya normal because nag-ada naman ng epekto ito nga drug na imo mental. Then it is crucial that we understand so we all know that the risk of being addiction to drug is being crucial, like maram kita nga it maka-apekto ito in the community. So support, so all we can do is support the one or those who are struggling with the addiction. So if sa community, if they have the program na mag-supportan mga persons who are struggling with addictions, and if they will give a certain medications or rehabilitation to those person nga nag undergo with such addictions, it is very helpful to those na nag-struggle on addictions, like pwede pera mabago. And that is all the coverage of my report. Thank you.
So, other common drug available in the market is the cannabis or the marijuana. So, I know you are all familiar with marijuana. So, marijuana can be used for medical use and recreational use. So, the delta-9 THC or tetrahydrocannabinol is the component responsible for the adverse physical and mental effect, as well as alteration in the nervous system of the user. So delta-9 tetrahydrocannabinol or THC is the main psychoactive compound in cannabis. So this means it's the part of the plant that makes you feel high. When you inhale cannabis smoke into your lungs, the compounds immediately enter your bloodstream and quickly make their way to your brain and other organs. So, ang iya effect kay within seconds to minutes. But if kumaon ka or uminumin mga product na nagko-contain cannabis, the compound need to first pass through your digestive system and liver before reaching your bloodstream. Ang iya effect kay within minutes to hours. Next, the smell of burning cannabis is peculiar. So, kakaiba it amoy han cannabis. So, based akong pag-search, the smell of burning cannabis is like it smells like a skunk. So it is skunk. It is an animal. It's actually an animal nga may daniya ability to spray a liquid with a strong nga diri kaaya-aya nga baho tikang haya anal glands. So next, research revealed that students who are known users of this drug do not retain knowledge when they are high. So motivation and cognition is usually altered, making the acquisition of new information difficult. Because users often inhale the unfiltered smoke deeply and hold it in their lungs as long as possible, cannabis is harmful to the user's pulmonary system. So this research is saying that when students use marijuana or when they are high, it can make it is hard for them to learn new things or to retain information. It affects their ability to focus and remember information. It's like turning down the volume on their brain. So plus inhaling the smoke deeply can damage their lungs, making it harder to breathe. So next, the effects of cannabis. So extensive increase in heart rate. So pagbilis ng tibok ng puso. So bloodshot eyes, increased appetite, and a dry mouth and throat. So its use may damage short-term memory and comprehension, alter sense of time, and reduce the ability of the user to perform tasks which requires concentration and coordination, such as driving a motor vehicle. So using marijuana can mess with your short-term memory and make it hard to understand things. So it can also make you feel like time is going faster or slower than usual, and it can make it harder to concentrate and do things that require good coordination, like for example driving a car. So chronic use may cause a psychotic state with damage to the brain and possible genetic defects in the offspring of pregnant women addicted to cannabis. So, frequent nga niting paggamit hin cannabis or marijuana, nagkakaada kahin psychotic state. nawawala ka reality. So this can involve hallucinations, seeing or hearing things that are not there, and also delusions. For example, gasin mo ginsisibo kahing kalaban, gasin mo may superpower ka, and that's very convincing ha part han user nga tuod ito, where in fact they are not real. And also, if a pregnant woman uses marijuana frequently, it can affect her baby's development and even cause problems with the baby's genes.
So, good day everyone. My topic is all about the barbiturate group. Barbiturate group invites and drugs. Barbiturates are a class of drugs derived from barbituric acid, first synthesized in the 1860s. They were widely used in the early to mid 20th century as sedatives. And sedatives are the class of drugs that used to calm the nervous system and induce relaxation. It also reduces anxiety and sometimes promotes sleep. Barbiturates are also used in hypnotics, anesthetics, and anticonvulsants or anti-epileptic drugs. Although they have largely been replaced by safer alternatives, barbiturate remains significant in medical practice and pharmacology. The structure of barbiturate drugs share a core structure derived from barbituric acid. And barbituric acid is diriya talaga inhiya and used on significant medical activity only on derivatives niya na barbiturates. Siya ang pinaka-known na ginagamit na medicine. The structure involves pyrimidine ring fused with urea and malonic acid. Variations in the side chains attached to the core structure result in different barbiturates with varying properties such as duration of action and potency. So there are classifications of barbiturates. Barbiturates are typically classified based on their duration of action. So the first is ultra short acting, used primarily for anesthesia. The second is short acting, used for treating insomnia and per aesthetic agent. Intermediate acting, used for insomnia and anxiety. And the last is long acting, used for chronic conditions like epilepsy. So here are the medical uses of barbiturates. First is sedation and hypnosis. It is for managing anxiety and insomnia. Number 2 is anesthesia. Ultra short acting barbiturates are still used in some surgical procedures. Number 3 is epilepsy management. Phenobarbital is one of the most commonly used long-acting anticonvulsants. And number 4 is acute seizure control. In emergencies, barbiturates may be administered to control seizures. If there are good uses of barbiturates, there are also risks and side effects. So the therapeutic index of barbiturates is narrow, meaning there is a small margin between an effective dose and a lethal dose. So here are the side effects included in barbiturate usage. Number 1 is CNS depression, drowsiness, lethargy, impaired cognitive and motor functions. When we say drowsiness, you are feeling tired during the day, and lethargy, tardiness or lack of energy can be physical or mental or both. Impaired cognitive or motor functions, difficulties in mental process and physical movements. Number 2 effect of barbiturates, respiratory depression. In high dose, it can suppress respiratory function leading to coma or death. Number 3, drug interactions. Barbiturates can interact with the other CNS depressants like alcohol, increasing the risk of overdose. So that's why if umiinom ka na nagalipong kita or ano, na apekto na natin mental process nga na natin physical movements. So, abuse and addiction. Due to their CNS depressants, barbiturates have a high potential for abuse. They were widely misused in the past, leading to addiction and a significant number of accidental overdose. Today, they were classified as controlled substances in many countries. So during the 1960s, the barbiturate drugs declined from usage because of the new developed drug, which is benzodiazepines, which is a drug na mas safer and mas lower ang risk in overdose kaysahan arbitrary drugs. So the overall conclusion of barbiturate drugs played a significant role in the development of modern pharmacology and anesthesiology. However, due to the risk, their use has been largely supplanted by safer drugs. Despite their decline, they remain important in certain medical contexts, particularly in treating epilepsy and in anesthesia. Understanding their pharmacology, risk, and history is crucial for health professionals and policymakers.
With the continuation of the report, my report is the hallucinogenic group. Okay, the hallucinogenic group is the seventh group of the periodic system of table of elements in chemistry that are non-metallic elements such as fluorine, bromine, iodine, and chlorine. So when processed and turned into drugs such as phencyclidine, lysergic acid ethylamide, LSD, mescaline, psilocybin, it interrupts the functions of the neocortex, which is the section of the brain that controls the intellect and keeps instinct in check. It may be found in very small solutions which may be easily transported and undetected. It is known to cause the user bad trip, hence it is considered as one of the most dangerous drug category. So in the next slide, I will present the pictures of the phencyclidine, lysergic acid ethylamide or LSD, mescaline, and psilocybin. And here is the picture of the phencyclidine, lysergic acid ethylamide, LSD, mescaline, and psilocybin. So ang phencyclidine, kung makikita natin, baga siyang aluminum foil. Ang lysergic acid, aminiya ang bagang form or chemical reaction o ang mescaline, baga siyang basta, ikaw mo nala buwan namin ito yan. And psilocybin, buwan mushroom sa bukid. Mushroom. It triggers alteration of perception which often leads to fatal accidents. Users may feel invulnerable, tempting them to jump or run through walls. So ang mga nagamit ko noon na hallucinogen groups na titrigger nila mind para like weak hira para yaknan ban nagtitempera nga yaknan mo lumukso or dumalagan pa the walls ama to nahihimo sa hallucinogenic group sa aton mind when pag nag-intake kita. Physical effects vary from dilation of pupils, increased in body temperature, heart rate, and blood pressure. So the toxic manifestations include chest pain and arrhythmia. Users may exhibit violent, aggressive behavior and abnormal thought processes. More often, chronic users lose touch with reality and have paranoid delusion due to damaged brain neurons of psychosis, convulsion, dehydration, coma, and death are likely to occur long-term users of hallucinogens. So, ang physical effects daw sa hallucinogenic group sa aton lawas is dilation of pupils. And dilation of pupils, itong picture na ato nakikita, first picture sa unahan, kami ito ang dilation of pupils. Nga ang aton body temperature is na-increase. and ang aton heart rate and also on our blood pressure. And toxic manifestations na-include here chest pain and arrhythmia. So the users may exhibit violent aggressive behavior. So nagiging violent yan sa katao pag natik sin hallucinogenic group. So ito nakakosin crime sa usa ka community pag sa katao naka-intake sin drugs like hallucinogenic group. Nakakahimo sila crime due to delusion, napaparanoid sila, na-damage ang ira brain. So, kung nagkakada convulsion, dehydration, coma, and death. So, namamatay, nagkakada comatose. Na amit ang mahitabo pag sige mo gamit hallucinogens. So, amo na po ito akong report. Thank you.
Designer drugs. Designer drugs are modified versions of illegal drugs created to circumvent legal restrictions. So, as we can see, may kita nga mga medisina iba-ibang klase, iba-ibang kulay. Amin ang hihimuhan mga chemist. But may mga tawag yap nga gihimo nga ira modified or bag-ohon mga medisina o mga lain pa nga drugs. So ini designer drugs prohibited iniya sanglit gin iibaan mga designhan mga drugs mga chemist. Narcotic analogs can lead to severe health problems, including Parkinson's disease-like symptoms, tremors, speech impairment, paralysis, and irreversible brain damage. So, narcotic is gyap inin mga medisina na nagkaada ka o makakos sa imo lawas o imo makadaot sa imo health. Makakuang gyapon ninin aton lawas like ni Parkinson's disease like symptoms, tremors, speech impairment, paralysis, and irreversible brain damage. Parkinson's disease is amiton mga ang imo lawas na gangko na malain na imo nawong ang mga panit, tremors, mangungurog ka na. So amin ang makakosan narcotic analogs. Analogs of amphetamine and methamphetamine cause nausea, chills, blurred vision, sweating, faintness, and psychological effects like depression, anxiety, and paranoia. So amo gyap ini ang medisina. Kaso may kaibahan la ini ang amphetamine og ang methamphetamine. Amphetamine amin high cost usa ka tawo. Methamphetamine amin very high. Magkakos yan feeling sickness ka, nausea amin ni feeling sickness or magsisinuka ka, lain yung pangita, blood vision, amalhason, basta feeling sickness ka o paranoia kung sa gamay lang nga bagay or makurat ka amito lisangon ka na hadlokon amian kosan analogs of vitamin and methamphetamine. Analogs of phencyclidine cause illusions, impaired perception, and hallucination. Even a single dose of these drugs can cause brain damage. So, an analogs of phencyclidine amo ini an acts of mind or to control or block your behavior mode or your instinct. Amo ini an kaharang ha imo maupay nga panghunahuna sanglit nagkakaada ka og illusions, hallucinations. Ito. And that's all. Thank you.
Cocaine, a strong stimulant. Cocaine users experience intense craving for the drug. It has physical or withdrawal symptoms, excitement, and Magnan syndrome. Its flow which is a sensation of sands under the skin of insect crawling beneath the skin. Long-term use leads to dermatitis, hypertension, skin ulcers, cerebral bleeding, arrhythmia, and severe mental dysfunction. Death may be sudden due to respiratory depression and cardiac arrest. So, cocaine, ang mga taong gumagamit ng malakas na stimulant na cocaine ay nakaranas ng matinding pagnanais para sa droga. Ito ay may mga pisikal na sintomas ng pag-withdraw. Ang kasiyahan at Magnan syndrome ay nararamdaman kung saan may sensasyon ng buhangin sa ilalim ng balat ang mga insekto na gumagapang sa ilalim ng balat. Ang pamatagal paggamit ay nagdudulot ng dermatitis, arrhythmia, at malughang pag-iisip. Ang kamatayan ay maaaring biglang mangyari dahil sa depresyon, sa paghinga at paghinto ng puso. Salamat.